It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. This is Lunchtime Live. Over the next half hour, an in-depth look at the results from Super Tuesday. And it is the race for the White House that is dominating the news today. Let's take a look at the headlines. Fears of a fuel crisis now, with the Chevron refinery low on jet fuel and out of liquid gas. A breakthrough in the case of a suspected serial child killer in Limpopo. And Hillary Clinton gets her nose in front of Barack Obama after Super Tuesday, but only just. So, Super Tuesday has come and gone, but it's actually changed very little in this campaign. There are still 3 horses in the race for the Republican nomination, with John McCain still the front runner. In the Democratic race, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama are still neck and neck. She won more delegates yesterday, but he took more states. So this remains one of the most wide-open and mouth-watering election contests in decades. Joining me in the studio is political analyst Daniel Silke. One of his specialities is American politics. Good afternoon, Daniel. Welcome to Lunchtime Live.
Thank you very much.
On the face of it, a good Super Tuesday for Hillary Clinton.
Yes, I think she can be quite satisfied with the result as a whole. She's picked up some of the major prize states, which of course were expected to go to her. She's picked up New York, New Jersey, and of course most importantly California. And I think this will give her a head start for the remaining states in the battle to come.
Certainly a lot of momentum from today.
There is momentum. The momentum certainly is divided between Clinton and Obama, there's no doubt. She's got the momentum from the big states, from the prizes. But Obama himself has a degree of momentum from a much broader cross-section of America where he has received support. He's got support from Middle America, which was one of the unexpected twists of this particular election. She's received support from her core Democratic supporters. He's got more of a crossover support in Middle America. So both have a degree of momentum from here. It's like a heavyweight boxing match. They're slugging themselves out in the ring, but neither of them landed that killer punch last night.
So we should be reading into something into the fact that he's won more states than she has.
Yes, he has won more states than she has. In fact, I think he's won 4 or 5 more states than she has here. But of course, the critical issue is how many delegates are ascribed to each individual state. And it's very possible, of course, that she could win fewer states, but the states that she wins are more populous, more stronger states economically who have more delegates ascribed to them. So that when it comes to the major conventions later on in the middle of the year, she actually has more delegates who will vote for her, but Obama might have won more states. The key, of course, is delegates at the convention.
Just explain these delegates. I mean, are these physical people? Are they votes on a piece of paper? Are those people actually obliged to cast that vote that way come the Democratic convention?
They are physical people who will go to the convention and cast a ballot.
So the bigger the state, the more people it will send on your behalf to that convention.
Absolutely. A very populous, very urbanized state like New York, for example, or California with well over 30 million people. In a proportional Congress, California will have a much greater representation of delegates than North Dakota will, for example. There's not much in North Dakota, there's a lot in California. So more delegates, more individuals will go from California to the convention and will then, of course, express their political vote depending on how that vote was cast in these primaries, on a proportional representation basis. Each state has its own system, I might add, just to add to the complications. Each state had their own systems of electing delegates to the conventions, but by and large, proportionality applies. So if Obama, for example, gets 50% of the support in a particular state, he may get 50% of the delegates going to a convention. In some states, it's a winner takes all state. You win 50 plus 1, you get all the delegates from that particular state, and the next person gets nothing. So it's quite a complicated procedure.
All right. On to the Republican side of things, a very good day for John McCain. No clear front-runner up until yesterday. He's really got a lot of momentum now.
I think McCain has a shoe-in. There's no doubt that many Republicans who feel that they need somebody who's electable going forward. I mean, the Democrats have got the star candidates. The Republicans don't have the star candidates. So who is the most electable person to take on either Obama or Hillary? And I think Republicans increasingly feel that despite the fact that McCain is not known for his conservative views. He's not known for his evangelical views, for that matter. He is eminently electable. He appeals to a broad cross-section of Americans, including, I might add, some Democrats who might feel that they are unable or unwilling to support yet another Clinton in the White House come next year.
Sure. Still 3 horses in that race for the Republican nomination. I mean, neither Mike Huckabee or Mitt Romney throwing in the towel after yesterday.
Now, look, that's the same feature that applies to the Democrats applies to the Republicans. The key frontrunners are far away from the required amount of delegates to push them over the top to get the nomination. And in the Republicans, absolutely. McCain, certainly, he picked up California for the Republicans, a critical victory. He also picked up Missouri, a bellwether state in the middle of the country, critical for McCain. So McCain certainly is way out ahead of the pack now. And it's interesting when you compare the Republicans to the Democrats, you are seeing a Republican candidate as a front runner, McCain within the party. You are not seeing yet a front runner within the Democrats. This bodes well, I might add, for the Republicans, because the party can start rallying behind one individual. The Democrats are still going to go through quite a divided month or so of wrangling and further primaries to see who will win out, Obama or Clinton.
All right. I know it's early days yet, but who do you think are going to be the 2 candidates that are going to eventually run for the White House?
Look, it's easier to predict the Republican side. I think we've seen all indications suggest that McCain will take it. On the Democrat side, it's going to be a close-run thing down to the last breath. I think Clinton may well squeeze through just on the basis of her experience. I think the issue of experience will count eventually when push comes to shove as we move towards the last few primaries. So it's going to be close. It's a great contest.
All right, Daniel, we'll talk again. Thanks for your time today.
Pleasure.
Political analyst Daniel Silke there on what Super Tuesday means in this race for the White House. We're taking a short break. When we come back, new Bok coach Peter de Villiers believes South African teams are about to make a much stronger showing in the Super 14.